Hey there, and welcome to another one of my Slab City updates. Sorry, it's been a while, but yeah, the season's kind of wrapping down, so I've been really wanting to more focus on hanging out with people that will be taking off shortly, or some of the few people that have just been kind of dropping in for the last little bit of the season to catch prom, as well as, other different reasons. Yeah, prom was actually last night. And I had a date. Actually, I'm dog sitting. My buddy Rob went up to Vegas for the weekend to go see a Slayer show and left his puppet out with me. So I took the dog to the prom. Again, I went without a date to prom, which is totally cool with me because, I went to quite a few proms with dates and stuff like that. So going to some as an adult without one, when a lot of people who were at this prom had dates and I didn't, probably didn't have prom dates back then. So it's like, yeah, it all works. I ain't a hater. I had a good time. There was a lot of people there, a lot of people. I was surprised at how packed it was. But a lot of it are, I would probably say, touristy type people who were coming in just for that party. And I guess that's kind of what makes it, is that, we do have tourists that come in for that sort of thing. Anyways, let's see what else has been kind of going on. I did do my last cook shift as put our meat in your mouth Monday. I ended up doing goat cheese, bacon mac and cheese dish, along with grilled pesto chicken sandwich. And yeah, it was delicious. I really enjoyed cooking that, and I enjoyed every time I cooked this season for people, and hopefully I'll be doing a lot more of that for people next year, more than I did this year maybe. So yeah, let's see. Lots of people are leaving, and it's gonna get quiet around here. And so, tell you what, how about we do a 4 questions with Kaz? Hey there, another 4 questions with Kaz. We have Maggie with us today. Maggie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm originally from Connecticut, and I've been traveling around the country for about a year and a half, and mostly busking with my ukulele. I also do stand-up comedy and comedic songs, and was recently on the Doug Stanhope podcast.
Cool. You were going to do a song for us?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that for us now?
Yeah, this is a song that I wrote about every drug that I could think of, basically.
All right.
If you're doing heroin, I'd say that there's an error in your ways. Oh yeah. Don't be an a-hole, drooling in a K-hole for days. Oh yeah. Fuck that ether, pass that reefer instead. Oh yeah. In essence, I avoid the presence of drugs that kill you dead. Oh yeah, I only do acid, mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT. Acid, mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT. These are such spiritual drugs that inspire hope and art and hugs. Fuck crack, meth, and snorting powders. I just wanna trip out on some pretty flowers. If you think you need a shrink, I'll warn you to stay off of all their pills. Oh yeah, they'll either tweak you up and freak you, or dumb you down and numb you, that shit kills. Oh yeah, if you're already hooked on your prescription, here's a list of drugs that are known to cure addiction. Acid, mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT. Acid, mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT. I won't do Molly, but I might do sass. Your E is fake and dirty, so shove it up your ass. Fuck research cats, 2CI, 2I. I need to know that you'll never give me 2CI. Fuck robo tripping, are you fucking 10? Huff nitrous at the dentist, never doing it again. The good drugs I have mentioned attention onto love. Oh yeah. If you need to change your life, they'll show you how and give you a shove. Oh yeah. Don't take so much that you go insane, but I've heard good things about ibogaine. Acid mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT. Acid mushrooms, ayahuasca, mescaline, and DMT.
Yay! There's a bit in there where you go, you won't do Molly, but maybe sass.
Yeah.
We made some sass tea this year, and I would definitely highly recommend it. It was definitely quite calming and enjoyable.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So I'll give you the thumbs up if you haven't done the sass yet. We didn't do an oil, we just got some root bark and like I said, made a tea, sugared it up.
Yeah, it's easier than people think.
Quite tasty. All right, so with that out of the way, how about we get to the 4 questions?
All right.
All right, so what brought you to Slab City?
Well, last year, the end of December 14, I was in San Diego and I was going to the Black Sheep Rainbow Gathering, but then a lot of people came to San Diego from the gathering and told me that it was terrible, that everybody was just drunk and fighting each other and don't go, and I was told that a lot of people had gone from the gathering to Slab City to try to create a more peaceful type of gathering, and I was pretty interested, so after New Year's I headed here, and I don't know California at all. Well, I especially didn't at the time, so I thought that it was an actual city. So I was pretty surprised.
Right on. So what has been your favorite thing about Slab City?
Well, when I first got here last year, it felt like an anarcho-socialist utopia, you know? Like, law enforcement never rolled through here, you know, nobody was making any rules for each other, and everybody was sharing everything that they had. And only one person all season was run out of the slabs, you know, and he had been beating his girlfriend. And, you know, the community's response to that was to run him out of town. And I think that when people imagine an anarchist society, that they imagine that criminals can just get away with anything. But you can't, you know, there are repercussions.
Yeah, exactly. What has surprised you most about Slab City?
Well, when I came back to Slab City, I was very surprised at how it's changed. I haven't been here in about a year, and the last time I was here, there were more fucked up cars than there were brand new cars. There were more dirty kids than rich tourists. You know, at the prom last night, it was like 90% rich people who I'd never seen around here before. And, you know, there was no B&B that you had to pay for. There were no parties you had to pay for. Food you had to pay for. There were free kitchens. And with all these people trying to make money here, it just seems like, you know, it's a bunch of capitalists who don't want to pay rent rather than people actually looking for an alternative kind of life. So I've been really disappointed.
All right. And then, lastly, what would you change about Slab City if you could?
That, you know, that which I was just talking about, you know, how would I love to just rip out all of the fucking fancy signs and just, like, go back in time and kill the kid who rode into the wild before he died and, like, destroy all the pages of it so that nobody would ever hear about Slab City.
Yeah, but you might not have heard about it then.
I didn't hear about it from Into the Wild.
But its popularity, for sure, is affected by that, and the people that heard about it and steered you this way may not have heard about it if Into the Wild.
I mean, before Into the Wild.
I mean, we're getting way out there on what may have, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but before Into the Wild, only Rainbows knew about this place, basically,
Oh.
and like a few meth heads.
No, actually, so a little bit more history about the place is it's actually the rich snowbirds that knew about this place before anybody. It's the people who were traveling in RVs that were retired and wealthy enough to do that, that when it became winter time, they needed someplace to go, and they came here, like, starting back in the 50s. And
Yeah,
so, but yeah, it's still traveling culture mainly that had heard about it. You are correct. So, anyways, that's been another 4 questions with Cause.
Welcome back. As I said in my last video, I was going to start working on the kitchen, and I have started to do that so far. I've put up three rows of sandbags so that I could get where I'll be building the A-frame on level and above grade so that any water and stuff like that will actually go around it and won't soak into the pallets at all. So it'll be a little bit protected by weather. And then I filled the inside of those with sand as well, up into about the second one, because I'm leaving that last little bit because that'll get filled in with clay, and I'll be doing like an earthen style floor in there, hopefully maybe some mosaics and stuff like that. While I was doing that, I came up with a neat little trick that when somebody walking by said that, is like, I've been here 6 years and seen plenty of people filling sandbags. That's the first time that I've seen anybody do it like that. That's genius. So here is that tip. Hey there. Last week I told you I was going to start working on the kitchen, and what I'm doing is first laying down these earth bags to act as a foundation so that everything will be nice and level and solid when I put the A-frame on top of it. And what we're using are these earth bags that come from earthausa.com, and I wanted to show you a quick little trick that I've used to speed this up and actually make it easy enough to do for one person without buying any real special tools. So basically take a 1-gallon bucket, cut the hole off the bottom, turn it upside down, get the bag to open, use the wind as your help. Scoop it on there, and simply fill this up with 8 scoops, and I do 3 first, then kind of lift up the bag, drop it back down, another, 3, lift it up again, and this time just 2. Take out some of these stems and stuff, top it off, and so that actually seems to be the best fill for these is 8. Then you have the same size, basically brick every time. And one of the cool things about these bags is they actually have ties built right into them, so give it a whirl. One side, go to the next. Take it. Quit looking at my ass. And then we will tap these down level, and that's what we'll build on. So that's a quick and easy way to fill these up all by yourself. Welcome back. Hey, I'd like to talk a little bit about the attempted robbery over at the Slab City Sanctuary. Yeah, bullshit. Calling bullshit. It was not, I repeat, not an attempted robbery. So, Ray, I hope you did not tell the police that's what it was, because, yeah, that is not the case, and that's going to end up backfiring on you big time. So what you guys were actually witnessing when you watched that video that's on YouTube about the attempted armed robbery is a small group of individuals going to tell Ray that because he shot somebody with his .22 caliber pellet gun that he needs to fucking leave. And I know this because I live close enough to Ray and I heard the yelling about it. Not only that, but the people were coming through. They asked for me to join them or wanted to know whether or not I supported them or was going to, shoot them from behind for Ray. So, like, they came and kind of checked out and, like, Ray's my neighbor, and I'm not going to go stand there and make myself a target for him. But I did support what they did, so I wasn't going to cause any problems. And while they probably think Ray should leave the community, I just think Ray should leave that spot. Like, that spot is very triggering for him, to the point that it's causing him to want to shoot people with a pellet gun, like, or vehicles and stuff like that. So clearly it is triggering for him. So I personally wish he would come to the realization that it is in his best interest for him to move. And so, yeah, not an attempt to robbery. He was being told to move. But, like, there are some things that I don't understand, Ray. Like, back in the day when the whole Cornelius thing came down, you told us never, ever to get the cops involved. Yet, in this video, this is clearly you turning back and yelling at somebody to call the police. And then, after things go on for a while, there is video evidence of the police showing up and pulling into your area, and you have a conversation with them. Here's the part that confuses me. Like, if you say never ever to get them involved, why are you getting them involved? Like, why are you getting them involved? Don't be a hypocrite and tell people, oh, they shouldn't, and then turn around and do the exact same fucking thing. Another thing that I find very interesting is that when the police officer leaves, rather than heading out Coachella Canal Rd, the way that the people came in and left, they headed up the wash where my Ecovillage is. We butt up right next to that wash. So, like, why are you sending the cops down our wash, Ray? Like, what the fuck? We did not organize this. Had we, been a whole different story. Like, that was totally unorganized. Understand the 20 some odd people that showed up, Ray? Had they given people a day's notice, there would have been 300 people there easily to tell you to leave. Like, it was totally disorganized. I would have been much more organized if we had something to do with it. And people went up the road, not down the wash. So, yeah. Fuck off, Ray. We didn't have nothing to do with it. You don't want to make enemies with us. You really don't. And, like, quit with the whole cops thing. Like, I read in your thing about how you tell people about burning trash and blah, blah, blah. Dude, like, I have been here over a year, and you gave me that speech, and I do not burn at all. Like, I don't burn to cook. I don't burn wood to cook, because burning is really inefficient, and if there is any smoke, and in all these fires, including every single one you have, Ray, there is smoke. And if there is smoke, you're putting toxins, aka pollutants, poisons, the shit that you're fucking going around and bitching about people doing, like, you're doing the exact same thing. And in all this time, when I see this black smoke come up, not once have I ever seen cops show up. So you don't call the cops. You don't do all this environment type stuff. In fact, you say one thing and do the exact opposite. Like, if you don't want to put toxins in the air, quit burning anything. No cardboard, no fire, unless you're doing it in a real controlled environment that is efficient. Like, if you have a super hot fire that is going up into the air and putting out no emissions, like, then you have an efficient fire and you're not putting toxins out. Anything with smoke whatsoever. And you've seen your fires. You know they have smoke. Like, it's gray smoke, it's not black smoke, but it's smoke. It's still a toxin and a pollutant. Maybe it's not as harsh as those other ones, but the reality is, all that shit's adds up, man. All that shit adds up. So, like, if you're gonna talk about it, be about it. Quit fucking burning shit. Quit fucking blaming me. I ain't fucking doing shit to you. And you don't want me doing shit to you. Anyways, so, enough with that. It has been a pretty fun year overall. There's probably another one of my updates. If you've enjoyed what you saw, subscribe, share, like. If you're already a subscriber and you want to support me in doing my channel, please, by all means, send me some dollars via PayPal. You can buy me something off of one of my Amazon wish lists. You can put together a care package and send it to me via UPS or FedEx. Anyways, that's been another one. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz.